Alright, welcome to Boilon's Livestream Saturday. Hope everyone can hear me. Sound test 1, 2, 3, of course, just in case. Let me know if the sound is okay or not here today. And hopefully there won't be too many distractions, although, like I said, I put up a warning that, of course, every Saturday is a wild ride with me, because you never know when my puppy might jump in or start barking or something like that, so bear with me, of course, if that happens. Otherwise, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday, and let's have a slow start to the stream until other people kind of slowly come in, whoever's going to come in today. I have some blitzing I need to get done, of course, for this Kitty Pride round 2. Pretty sure my mic is on here. There we go. Okay, just double checking my settings. And yeah, I have some more blitzing I need to do. I'm at 23 million. I think I have 2 more rotations I can do for today. I think. Maybe I missed one, actually. I'm not sure. Thanks for asking. You know, my day is going well so far. I hope yours is as well. Just want to get through this damn blitz and finish off covert ops. This event is just is not fun. Let's say that. The fact that I've been having to blitz on Monday blitzes that I would almost never do, I think is really annoying, so... And let's hope my blitzing is a little bit better this run than it was previously, because... Oh, I just choose Ultron. Oh, okay, I still won. I've been having some blitz mistakes today, especially this morning. Normally, if I can't find a team that I can beat, I kind of jump around to see if there is one that I can, and then switch back to them. That way I'm not actually having to lose, necessarily. We do have, of course, patch 5.1 coming on what looks to be Tuesday. So, don't know if you're excited for, you know... this patch or not. I guess we'll have to see what we end up getting, because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think we kind of already know who's coming to the game, but I'm kind of curious to what else is going to be coming on top of that. So here we are. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play this one just because I want to see if it freezes the game. So this is my my Iceman, my Astonishing X-Men team with Longshot and Shatterstar, and I'm gonna be fighting this Wave 1 Avengers team. I just want to see, this is the only one that I'm gonna be fighting, just because I want to actually see, you know, how they do. I want to see if Iceman freezes my game again. So, hey, and Loki's eating my green screen, of course. Hey, hey.
No.
He has this habit of licking at the bottom of my green screen.
No, bad boy.
So, let's bump this up to 2 times a little bit. I really like their animations, actually, here. So, we're going to focus on Thor here, because obviously Thor's passive charge is a bit pain in the ass here. And then, of course, pick up some more barrier and turn bar, more AoE. Okay, so, we're going to try and slow them all. I want to put this on 1 times because actually I really like Iceman's animation. Alright, did he actually land them all this time? It looks like he did, I think. Yeah, he did. Okay. But this is 8.1 Blitz, it's not anything crazy or anything. The offense down. You know, they're quite fun to play in Blitz, but whether or not you're actually going to get a chance to use them all that well in raids really is another thing, because, you know, you're facing, depending on where you are, of course, for me, you know, it's very high level Ultima 7, you know, and actually Kitty's probably gonna die here. Nope, almost. And let's do some more. I really like Shatterstar and Longshot, you know. I think the X-Factor duo is probably something that I'm more looking forward to than anything else. Let's try to down Thor here. Kitty's just barely hanging in there. Get a buff. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Can Iceman stun, cap. He's got slow. Let's see. This is a 50k cap versus my 46k Iceman. Let's find out. Oh, he did. Wow. Actually, I was gonna put that on 1 times. But yeah, apparently he did this time. He struggles a lot though to do this in like any raid scenario or any harder content. And there we are. Oh yeah, good call. Yeah, so he did have offense up. If he didn't have offense up, I think it might have been actually a bit more sketchy. There's still, you know, even for blitz, you know, it's still fun to run. Almost want to do it again just for fun. Can we? I think I have the blitz charges to spare a little bit here. Let's try a different team. That's the one occasion where I'm actually manualing a blitz, but only because I just want to show them off a little bit. And let's see if we can do a different team though. Still though, you know, the fact that you're kind of like having to do skirmisher level 5 on Iceman is a bit disappointing, I think, in a way. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit though. Oh, long shot. Uh-oh. Wow, Nick Fury just got wrecked. I don't even need Iceman to win. Alright. 23,000 barrier. Now, I don't have any T4s in them, of course. It's only just the regular T4s. Or, sorry, regular 6664. Do I like Dark Dimension? That's a bit of a strange question. I don't think anyone likes Dark Dimension. I think they just do it because they have to. So, none of them, I guess, is the right answer, probably. But they're a means to an end, and it's end game content to get more gear. What's really nice about that long shot ultimate is actually the guaranteed crit. Oh, let's see. Okay, so we do have offense up. So, you know, this is interestingly timed, Alex, actually, because it seems that every time Beast has his ultimate, and then it goes Iceman, and then Iceman special. So it looks like, at least in a war or some sort of single combat, you know, he's likely going to have that offense up going into the special here. But let's see. So we should still land it. It's probably going to kill him, actually. But let's see. Is that a... Oh, hey. We got a special kill animation there. That was kind of cool. So, you know, I'm curious to, like, see what Astonishing X-Men as a team will do, whether it's on war offense or war defense, you know, because it seems that their attacks line up pretty well on, you know, on a turn, a turn basis, I guess you could say. But I am still skeptical, of course, about their usage in raids and things like that. Yeah, I mean, whether or not you're going to get a ton of use outside his team, maybe, like I said, in very small instances. You might still be able to run him with Emma Frost, maybe some sort of mixed hybrid team. Or if you're doing Doom Raid without Astonishing X-Men and you're using it with Marauders, you could probably feasibly run him with Emma Frost, Sinister, Strife, and another mutant, probably. Kitty or Jubilee, if you have Jubilee unlocked but you don't want to build the rest of the team. Am I hyped for White Tiger and the hand rework? Well, if White Tiger is a defenders, probably not. You know, I don't really know what they could possibly bring to that team, you know, that we need, or if it's mainly meant to be like a sort of early mid-game character that kind of will bolster them up a little bit. In terms of hand rework, I'm pretty sure we're not getting a hand rework for the team. because if I'm not mistaken, in the Valley Flying video, the interview with Cerebro, they mentioned this already, and I'm pretty sure they said that it wasn't coming to the game. So we did get that photo, and we're going to talk about that photo later, which includes Daredevil and Elektra. And I'm just wondering if maybe it's a city rework, not city hero, not city villain. Maybe it's just a city rework, or maybe, you know, it's just a rework for Daredevil and Elektra, and White Tiger's just there because, you know, she's coming to the game. I don't really know. You know, feel free to put your thoughts in the chat, what you guys think might be coming, or what you think might be the case. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. The patch will be in, like, 3 days or so. But, yeah, I don't know. Not feeling too hyped about the patch, though. Obviously, I will be getting Jubilee, and I'm happy for that, but I just don't know how widely I'll be using her, how much I plan to gear her, and she's definitely not going to go higher than, like... I might be able to take her to tier 14, but of course that's more mutant gear that I need to save for Phoenix and or other people that I want to take in for Dark Dimension 4. So, gotta think about that one a little bit. Almost done the blitz here. How long do you think it takes to farm 100 yellow jacket shards on average? If you're just doing the daily farm, I would say probably about a month, at least a month. They say the average drop rate, I believe, was 2.5 to 3 shards. Sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 4, sometimes you get 0. But you know, I think on average it's like a 2.5 to 3 shard drop. So if you look at it that way, then it could take anywhere from 20. My math is not doing so well. Like 30 to 40 days, I guess. But if you were to refresh, of course, you only have, I would say realistically, before the Jubilee event, you probably, looking at my calendar, you probably have 2 weeks and a bit maximum. I think that she might go live as early as February the 8th, which is a Monday, and then you get 5 days, and so that would run until the weekend, so Saturday the 13th, something like that. So realistically, you could have only up to 15 days maybe to farm. So if you're really trying to farm 100 yellow jacket shards, then you better you better spend the cores on that in terms of refreshing the node, because you're gonna need it. And or maybe get, you know, if you have some premium orbs saved up, you might be able to use that and hope that you land some shards as well. But keep in mind that they always do a double drop, and usually they do 2 double drop events. So if that's the case, then you might be able to save your cores and do, you know, refresh on these double drops, and that might give you a good influx of shards that way. At the very least, you'll probably see at least 1. I'm just thinking that there's not a lot of time, so I guess they could run 2, and I just lost that aim battle. But yeah, definitely save your cores for the double refresh for Jubilee if that's what you're trying to do for Yellow Jacket. And of course, I would just do it for stature. Even if you don't need it, I would just do it anyways, because it's there, of course. Alright, are we done yet? The last one, I think. Okay, so I'm at 23... Wait, no, I'm not. Sorry. I'm at 24.7 million blitz. I think I have 1 more rotation to go. I think I'm doing pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, the estimate for this blitz, let me double check. What was the blitz predictions for this? For 1%, 34.5 million, I think. I'm probably going to try and get at least 30. Obviously, I'm going to keep pushing, but, you know, I think if I'm 35 plus, I should be safe. So that's another 10 million I need to get. I have 1 more rotation for the day, and then I have the next 24 hours, I guess, and then I'll just have to blow some more blitz charges where I can. 1 hour and 40. Maybe I'll do some extra ones here. Just trying to maximize my score. The real sad thing is when I use blitz charges to get more points and then I lose. And then I'm just like, well, for blitz wins that I think I would win, and then I don't end up winning here. Actually, I should have done this here. There we go. Okay, so we'll leave it at there. So I'm at 25 million. I need another 10 to be safe, I think, over the next 26 hours, I guess. And frankly, you know, I'm really tired of blitzing. You know, I really hope that I get, and apologies for any barking that you might hear in the background. I really hope that we get to take Monday off for those of us who don't really blitz very hard. So as you can see here, the Covert Ops event is over in a day and a bit. Basically by the end of tomorrow when the Kitty Pride Blitz is done. And I am so exhausted, even though this was... How long was this? A 12-day event? 10-day event? I don't even remember. But, you know, normally I take Mondays off for blitzes, you know, much like a lot of you probably who just do 750k or whatever and your daily blitzes and call it a day. You know, so that's what Monday is for me. The Monday to Thursday normally is for me. And, you know, it's really burning me out a little bit to have to do this every day, about 6 to 7 rotations, even for the crap, you know, the Black Panther Blitz or whatever. And it looks like I'm finished here. And, you know, some people say maybe you should just skip events. And, you know what, I'm starting to think that way. You know, if there's another event coming down the line and it's just too much time to do it in terms of blitz rotations when I don't want to do it, I might just start skipping events, you know, as sad as it sounds. You know, I could obviously get points from Covert Ops by doing Arena, which I do from time to time with the military events, but, you know, my arena chart is very competitive, so I don't like to do throwaway matches very often. And then for raids, you know, I try to get in my military characters where I can, but we are doing regular raiding, so I can't always get the chance to do that. So really the only other way to make up these points for Covert Ops has been Blitz. And not to mention, you know, we've had back-to-back-to-back Blitz events. You know, we had the Showtime currency in December, you know, just before Christmas or whenever that was, and then we had the Red Guardian event, and then we had this one, and I really hope that we don't have another one coming, otherwise I'm gonna cry. How are you all doing on Covert Ops? Have you guys decided to skip it? Have you guys tried to clear it? Depending on what you're doing with raids in your alliance, you know, has it been easier than some people maybe? It's just, you know, it's funny because I think the only reason why I'm actually doing it is probably the G15 orbs, and that's really sad. You know, like, I don't really need a lot of the other stuff in there. It's okay. The other milestone rewards, they're okay. But I'm really doing it for the G15 minis at the end. And it's just disappointing how far I'll go for a couple of extra G15 minis, you know. Anyways, I hope that you guys aren't going insane like I am over some of these events and blitz requirements and all this stuff. And really the only reason why I'm going so high on Kitty Pride is not because I'm actually going to actively gear her up, because I don't know if I will or not. It's mostly just so I have her at the 4.5 star level, wherever I have her. I don't remember where it's going to land. But just in case that they end up being for a legendary within a legendary, which, you know, I think I talked about a little bit in my video yesterday that I released, you know, that I don't really have a ton of high hopes for the team unless you're a whale. But I do think that there is a possibility that they could be for another legendary. So if that's the case, you know, I always have to be on my guard about having them as high as possible for shards, just in case that they are, you know. So yeah, there's no way in hell that I'd be doing this event if there was no blitz sim. So at least there's that, but still, it's not a lot of fun. And we got the snap. I haven't seen the snap in a while for Thanos. But yeah, they really, I don't know. And actually, now that I think about it, I haven't touched RTA in a while either. I need to do my dailies, actually. But I'm done. I'm level 100. I haven't bought the Battle Pass yet, but I kind of need to pretty soon. Interestingly, they let you buy the Battle Pass now up to the last day, like up to the last second. Previously, I believe there was a cutoff. I believe last month's there was a 5-day cutoff. Like if you didn't do it within the final 5 days, you couldn't buy it. But apparently now you can actually do it right up to the very end of the Battle Pass or at the end of the season or whatever. So I'm gonna have to, and keep in mind my prices are in Canadian dollars, not in American dollars. But yeah, I'm gonna need to do that, not because I need the yellow jacket shards, but obviously for these mini uniques that I still need if I want to continue on further into Dark Dimension 4. Sadly, how many months of this I will end up buying, I don't know. We all know it's not a lot of fun. These objectives are a load of crap, and luckily I don't have to do the final week, because if you do all of your objectives for the first 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure you max out, which I did. That's why I haven't touched any of these recently. It's not even worth doing after you max out, because the amount of stuff you get like a little bit of ions, some purple training mats, really not worth it in my opinion. So once you're done, and you can do that in the first 3 weeks. But because I want to continue this madness, I am going to be trying to use this team, which is my Blitz team, in Real-Time Arena for at least 2 matches here, and see if we can get any fun going, just to clear my daily. Loki's chewing on something over there. What's he chewing on? What are you chewing on? Do I need to come over there? Alright, we got like a Pimtech team. So this is, oh, it's a 50k up punch. Oof. Let's see. Uh-oh, Ghost is gonna solo us. The healing is quite crazy, actually, with the evades, because it's based on Ghost hit points, which most people have more than others. So, like, 3 of them have evades. Hey Adrian, how's it going? How's your weekend? Thanks for joining me today on this Saturday, and everyone else who's kind of joined in over the last little while, of course. Looks like I'm getting my butt kicked in RTA here. Can we get an offense down, maybe? Yeah, I mean, I think the training match shortage, and I think we're probably going to lose this. It's funny how much I'm being soloed by a Ghost. Alright. Let's put this on auto. Okay. Apparently a high-level Ghost will just solo everyone. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, whether or not you have a training match shortage, I think depends on where you're at in the game. I think if you're an early and mid-game, like, if you're an early and mid-game player, you're more likely to have that training match shortage than late-game players, mostly because we've already leveled up characters, or we know that there's characters that you don't need to level up. And so, saying that, I think that depending on where you're at in the game, you really need to be careful about who you're bringing up and whether or not it's worth it. Especially from a training mat shortage perspective, you know, if you're thinking that you're going to be running low, then clearly there's 2 things: A, you're trying to level up a lot of characters, or B, that you're not spending enough gold in the shops, because then it kind of there's a balance between gold spent leveling and gold spent buying things. So sometimes people just don't buy a lot of stuff out of the store, and maybe you need to spend more gold that way. That way it alleviates some of the gold that you're not using on leveling, I guess. There's some sort of balancing act there, which I agree is kind of ridiculous. But so let's check my training mats after this. Oh wait, is this the same guy? Is this? Oh wait, this isn't the same guy, because that Ghost just took a lot of damage. Did anyone catch the TCP on this team? Can I win? Am I gonna win this one? But yeah, that's what I mean, like the Ghost dodging, and it will actually land some slows here, maybe. No? Look at that. Hey Alex, are you still on the channel? Because Iceman failed to apply slow on Wasp and Ghost. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a dodge. I'm pretty sure they got hit, but the slow just didn't apply. So, yeah, it's... Iceman's focus is not great. It's sad, you know. And yeah, I did buy him, you know. I wouldn't have bought him if it wasn't for very generous donation to my channel. And my apologies for the barking, which I can hear through my headphones, so I'm assuming you guys can hear too. Let me know if it gets really bad, and I'll like temporarily mute my mic and fix the problem. Or AKA, he's running around. Where's?
Because there's some guy next door hammering at the gate.
Ugh.
Fixing it.
Someone's hammering outside the gate apparently, and it's causing a Loki to freak out.
No.
Looks like I'm not going to win this anyways, it seems, so I'm just going to put this in auto. Anyways, my point is that, you know, Iceman really is... His focus is really something to be desired of. And you know, going to level 5 on an ISO really isn't that easy. You know, it's a lot of crystals. You need 81 level 1 crystals, you know, to get to level 5. So there's a reason why there's achievements on it, because it's not... It does take some time to farm up to. So the fact that they're really requiring us to do that with Iceman is kind of disappointing. You know, he didn't really land a lot of his abilities there. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't think he'll sit still very well if we cameo him for the live stream. I'm kind of just hoping he goes behind the curtains, which is his new nap spot, and just kind of goes down. But he's also looking out the window. Apparently there's some people like doing some yard work or something, and that's causing him to go off. Yeah. Hey, I'm very excited for Electro going to the Blitz store. I don't know about you guys, but you know I love my Sinister Six. So let's talk. Actually, let's see how much training mats I actually have. So let's find a character. So we're talking about gold and training mat shortage, and so I just wanted to show you guys what I have anyway. So let's Hella here, I guess. I actually have quite a bit. Oh, sorry, I opened up some Kingpin orbs, so that's maybe let's see here. Okay, let's go to one of my characters at the bottom. Electro apparently is going to the Blitz store coming Wednesday. It was mentioned somewhere. My MSF news channel in my Discord actually reposted it, but I don't know where the original post came from. And he was looking at Ravager Stitcher. Okay, so I have at least this much. I think I have about 8 million. I have about 8 million gold worth of training mats. So I don't know how that is compared to you guys. This is where I'm sitting at. If I were to hit this button, I would probably... if I hit the apply button... oh god. But yeah, this is Ravager Stitcher. On top of that, though, because that's 2,000. Let's see. I have an extra 2,700 greens. One green is worth 315 gold. So I'm just gonna do a quick calculation here. 2,750 times 315. Another million gold. So I have about 8.5 million gold worth of training mats, which obviously, as you can see, is more. Sorry, I have more gold than I have training mats. So, you know, at some point I'm going to need to spend more gold in my store. Or I'm going to need to open more of these Kingpin orbs with my arena creds, which I do from time to time. And I've made some videos on this, you know, opening Kingpin's Vault orbs. And normally it takes you, I think, about... I did a video once, and I think I opened 40 to 50,000 arena creds worth. To level a full character to 75, I think, is basically what you need to do.
Hey.
He is really excited out there. Okay, next, I want to look at my Sinister Six. 109,000 green and 6,000 blue. Well, I mean, how many do I have? 109,000? You have 109,000 green. Are you sure you mean 109,000? Because I only have 16,000. 6,000 blue. You have way more training materials than I do. So I don't think you're going to be in trouble for some time. I could do a quick calculation of that one as well. You know, holy crap. Is that real? 109 times 315. Oh wait, sorry, 109,000 times 315. That's 34 million green training material. Hold on. That's starting to get... 16,000 blue. Holy crap. So, 1250 times 16,000. You got like 50 million gold worth of training materials. I just did a quick math there. That's crazy. Okay, well you clearly aren't having any problems with training materials. Anyways, what I wanted to really go over... I keep losing my train of thought every time there's a lot of barking going on. So Electro is coming to the Blitz store on Wednesday, and that's really nice for me, because, you know, I love my Sinister Six. I think that slowly I'm starting to level them up to 80. Electro, Rhino, and Mysterio, because really, you know, outside of gearing them to 13 plus, you know, with orange gear, the only thing I can do really to get their power up is by leveling them up. So I want to get them higher because they do counter Black Order in War, which you guys have seen probably through some of my videos that I posted from time to time on Doc Ock. And frankly, I think that the Sinister Six Doc Ock is really the best counter to Black Order other than another Black Order. I think they have the easiest time. I actually think Electro is really good. She's actually, as a blaster, you know, she's actually pretty decent. Even outside the Sinister Six, she can still apply offense down for 2 turns outside of War, and I think that's actually really nice. It's unfortunate that the clearing positive effects, that's a War thing, but I mean, I really like this team, and you know, if you've watched my videos or watched my live streams or hung out with me in Discord, you know I love this team. So, you know, I'm going to be building them up a little bit further, and I think once we're through Dark Dimension 4, I'm actually going to bring at least Swarm and Electro up to about Gear Tier 14, at least. Rhino and Mysterio, I'm a bit... I would like to do, but I'm a bit... you know, I don't know if they're going to get replaced by someone else, you know, if they're going to get chargeable versions, new chargeable characters. So I'm not sure if I want to go all the way with Rhino and Mysterio. I'm willing to do level 80, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to do orange gear for them, because I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not they're going to end up getting replaced. Electra's passive is pretty good, and actually I probably will pick this up once she's 7-star from the Blitz store. It's actually pretty nice. This does trigger quite a few times in War. It doesn't trigger that many times outside of War. I think you're probably only going to get this once per match outside of War, but as you can tell, you get +1 charged for every ally Sinister Six turn. So in War, this triggers multiple times, and that extra 100% damage from 200. This is like a 50% extra increase in her damage. So that's pretty big for something that triggers a couple times per match. But again, outside of War, it's not. So once I get her up to like 7-star, I think I'll probably invest in this. The special, actually, you know what? She actually has some decent attacks. It depends on how huge I'm trying to go into her. I probably might get the live wire as well, but I think I'll go passive and then the special. Swarm, I'm basically maxed him out. You know, other than the basic, I don't think I'm going to do this one. And then Doc Ock is maxed out. And, you know, unfortunately, other than the passive, Rhino actually doesn't need any of them. It's just damage, but in this case, Rhino doesn't take a ton of turns. So I don't think they're really all that worth it. And Mysterio, as much as I wanted to put something into him, I don't really know. Maybe the passive here, because that actually gives you an additional mirror image in War, and, you know... So I don't really know, and maybe the mirror images, you know, they actually survive a fair bit of time with Doc Ock, because Doc Ock's block can actually heal them to keep them alive. So maybe I might do the passive, but I don't think the other ones make a heal block to all. It's okay. Striker on Swarm. Why? No, definitely not. Why would I put Striker on Swarm exactly? He needs Skirmisher. For the exact same reason Iceman needs Skirmisher. Although his focus isn't as bad as Iceman, he still needs this because for this special. So if he doesn't land his special, attack primary target, you know, apply disrupted if the primary target has disrupted bonus attack, and so on and so on. So if he doesn't land that next debuff, he doesn't continue the bonus attacks, so he needs to keep landing them over and over again, and then it does multiple bonus attacks. So if he fails the first time, then he's not going to keep going, right? So he's not going to, if he doesn't apply disrupt, he's not going to apply defense down. If he doesn't apply defense down, he's not going to apply slow. So he needs to keep going and going. And so realistically, I need to get him to level 5 Skirmisher, which unfortunately I'm a bit far away now. I think I need to farm a lot more of these crystals, but that's the next step. And not to mention that for Skirmisher, no, and his basic doesn't remove buffs, it's just damage with some drain a little bit. It's nothing important, so you wouldn't want to... I don't think anyone actually removes... Sorry, are you talking about Mysterio? Mysterio does remove on basic, but for the exact same reason why I just said about the Swarm, and that's the reason why I have him on Skirmisher. Keep in mind, the Skirmisher already removes buffs anyways, so the two the 2 positive effects that you're getting from the basic, you can get that anyways from Skirmisher if you take him up to 5. And that's for the exact same reason I just mentioned for Swarm. This is the reason why I have Skirmisher for Mysterio, is that he kind of really needs to land his stuff too. And he does get, I believe, extra focus for this now, but I have seen this actually get resisted from time to time because it's 100,000 focus, not a percentage. Not 100,000%, it's 100,000 flat. So I have actually seen this been resisted from time to time. So for that reason, I would actually like to get its focus up as good as it possibly can eventually at Skirmisher 5, but I think Swarm is more of a priority. And of course, heal blocking and these things, all these things can be resisted. So I think that actually, when it comes to skirmishers, when it comes to Skirmishers stripping buffs, I think they have an easier chance on the Skirmisher ISO hit than their own focus. I haven't seen this confirmed anywhere as far as I'm aware, but I do believe that people with Skirmisher 3 and above, you know, have an easier time stripping buffs than their own focus would suggest. I'm not sure if it's a completely their focus versus the enemy's resistance. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, right, okay, so yeah, he does get additional focus, but still, you know, my point still stands why I would prefer to have as much focus as I can get for a controller like Mysterio, and for Swarm even more so. So Swarm is the main one, he's my main concern, because his special, if his special doesn't land, then, you know, he doesn't keep going. And so he's my level 5 Skirmisher, probably next up. I need to get level 4 for Rhino, just for that extra 10% hit points, you know, I'd really like to do that. I don't know if I can do that, can I do that now? I could do it now, actually. But I don't know what I don't know what to give him. You know, I don't know what Rhino should be for ISOs, to be honest. He doesn't take too many turns, even in war, like he takes maybe 2 or 3 turns max. So in terms of, I don't know what would really make the most difference, to be honest, with Rhino. I've usually only taken like 3 turns, even in a war match against Black Order, before either he dies or I win. So I don't know if any of these really make a huge difference for him. But I do want the 10% additional. I think I just chose Raider because he does have attacks that hit multiple targets, and if he does happen to crit, then he'll apply vulnerability to them, which at least is something better than nothing. And so I think that's why I've been continuing on with Raider. His damage isn't terrible, of course. So I might do that. Can I afford it? I think I can. There's no more protectors coming that I really need to gear up right now, so let's do it. Let's go to 4. Alright. Need to get that stat increase for Rhino, because I love my Sinister Six. Probably people watching this are like, why are you doing that? It's a waste. You gotta do what's fun to you. And what's fun to me, or for me, is getting my Sinister Six up. So there we go. So I got some extra hit points on Rhino, which, again, doesn't seem like a lot, but he gets a ton from his passive here. So 25%, he gets 100% extra hit points from the Sinister Six allies, on top of Doc Ock, of course, giving an extra 30, 20, 40. Oh, my bad. So it's even more than I thought. Right. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about Sinister Six. I think I got onto a tangent there because of Electro and Electro being fireable. Really happy for that, though. And so that's our first character for the month of February. And so I did want to tell people, though, that in case you guys are interested in watching me more on live streaming, that I am going to be wetting my feet again into Twitch streaming coming this week, I think on Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't kind of quite determined which day that's going to be yet. I'm still going to be streaming on YouTube, though. I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to be doing one weekly on Twitch and one weekly on YouTube. I kind of just want to compare the difference in terms of people viewing me, watching me, but also just how I feel on the platform as well. It's been a long time since I've actually been on Twitch. It's been quite a few months back, you know, probably about since October maybe when I last did that. So I need to kind of get used, well, not get used to doing it, but just I want to see, you know, how things go there. So I'll be still doing my Saturday live stream here on YouTube for the moment, and I will be going on over to Twitch once a week, Wednesday or Thursday, probably around the same time. for now, and we'll see how that goes. If you're in my Discord channel, of course, you'll hear about it. You'll see the links. If you're not on Discord, I do recommend you joining Discord. I recommend you joining my Discord, which you can find in the description of all my videos. And if someone's kind enough to do so, they can always leave a link here in the chat of my Discord invite, and you can join us all up there. And yeah, so that's just one bit of news, is that I'll be kind of moving to 2 live streams a week, one on YouTube, one on Twitch for the moment. I will be adding my Twitch account link as well to the front of my channel, and I'll leave all the information in my Discord and on YouTube and stuff so people can find it if they're interested in that. I just want to see, you know, see what the hype is about, and if nothing, then I know there's, you know, different ways to sort of interact with the people, you guys, the audience, on Twitch than there is on YouTube. YouTube functionality for live streaming isn't as great as Twitch, where it was kind of designed for that gaming live streaming. So yeah, just going to be attempting that anyways. And I realized that I haven't actually spent my energy here for the day, so I need to do that. And then we're going to check out some Alliance War and then jump into Dark Dimension 4. So what am I spending on my energy today? I guess I still need Proxima. I think the campaign energy milestone ends today, doesn't it? So I need to... if we win this war today, we'll be hitting Platinum 1. If we don't, then we'll have to wait until next week. But we'll see. I haven't done the calculations on this war yet, so I don't really know how bad the matchup is. So I need to check that out as well. I'm still sitting on this message from customer care. So if you guys were in my Discord at all, then you guys would have known that Iceman froze my game like 3 or 4 times, so they gave me 20 raid energy, which I'm sitting on, because I don't need it right this moment, but it expires in 27 days, so I guess I'm going to sit here and hold on to it. And anytime like my game freezes up due to like game bugs, I always send in a support ticket, because they always send you these kind of things, so make sure you do that if you ever get any frozen games. I think it's a bit ironic, Iceman freezing the game. Yeah, but there are bugs related to Iceman, and at least in raids and war, from what I understand. So for raids, my passive hit Shield Trooper, and that caused the game to freeze twice now. So I'm kind of reluctant to like use them in raids, just in case that happens again and I lose more energy, especially right now with covert ops. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But let's jump into war here. It looks like we're winning for the moment. Whether or not it stays that way, if we win... I think everyone in my alliance is probably aware that if we win, we get Platinum 4. Sorry, Platinum 1. Why did I say Platinum 4? Yeah, anyways. So we're currently 1197. We're very close to Platinum 1 here. And if you notice that the trophy count difference is quite a bit as well. There's 92 trophies between us, and Bastion for Wayward Titans. So I don't know if anyone here is from Bastion for Wayward Titans, but I need to be careful about showing my war defense a little bit more on livestream, because I know that as more and more people start subscribing and stuff like that, maybe people might come over to my livestream and, you know, find out my war defense. And I'm also the leader. Maybe I need to start rotating our rooms a little bit more frequently just because of this. So we're actually ranked number 591 in the world, which is actually quite impressive, because we're a very casual alliance. So 591 in the world for war, I'm actually quite happy with this. We aren't 591 for TCP, but we are for war trophies, which is shocking because of how casual we are. And so we need 3 more points to go up. If we lose this, I believe we lose 12, and if you win, you get 15, I think. It's not a huge difference, though. It's, I guess the main difference is you get 5 more T4 ability materials per win or lose, and you get a little bit more ABCs, which I have a fair bit of, and of course, you get 1,700 Elite War credits instead of 1,500 per win. So, the chance... Oh, and actually the defeat as well. So, more War 2, G15 War Orbs, basically. So, oh wow, we're already in the bridge. Okay, so we went through the cargo bay, and we're in the bridge here, and we have a 538k Black Order. Can anyone guess what I'm going to use for this team? 66k Cull. They must be having a laugh. That's disappointing. My favorite team. Nobody guessed it, but maybe you just didn't want to type. I'm pretty sure we can win this. 484 to 540. It's a bit of a punch up, and granted that Thanos looks mega scary and there's a security debuff. Actually, this could go the wrong way. So, if Thanos punches Electro, this could be problematic because of the defense down rather. But if Electro survives, and actually, hold on, what? 1 second. I'm actually going to spend some gold right now on Electro really quick. Before we go in. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. I'm pretty sure I haven't spent any gold. Oh no, I did spend gold. Oh, Hold on. I'm going to level up my Electro for what it's worth before I attack. Where is she? Am I blind? Oh, there she is. You know what? Maybe I might... You know what? Screw it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I was gonna get it anyways. Might as well get it now. Defensively, this probably doesn't make a huge difference, but there's a little bit more resistance, I guess. Okay. Oof, that gold spending. 4 out of 300. Yeah, I just got 6-star Emma Frost actually the other day. Actually, I think it was yesterday. I'll finish off with that shard before the reset. Okay, we're gonna try this. I think that we can still win. I think we can beat this if someone else didn't get to it. Okay, someone lost here. What happened here? Dreadnought, my man. Even with Ultron. What is this? Was bad. I could have won that. I bet you Mystique probably hit the wrong person. Okay. Oh wait, no, not that team. So we're at 490 now. So still about a 50k punch up. Let's see here. Let's go in. I love me some Sinister Six. So I am convinced we could beat this if Thanos doesn't wreck us on the first shot. If Thanos doesn't wreck Electro. Electro is the weakest out of all 5 of them in terms of hit points. So let's go. And hey Hayden, welcome to the live stream. Let's hope Electro doesn't get wrecked. We do have a deflect. Who's he gonna hit? Who's Thanos gonna hit? Oh god. Okay, she's still alive. Yeah, she's still alive again. Okay, did you guys check out that block? Those blocks and how much healing that Doc Ock just healed everyone? Ugh. 4 offense downs. 4 offense downs. Alright, let's go. Ugh. Cull's getting wrecked. Cull's gonna get wrecked here. We're actually gonna apply the ability block to Thanos. 2-turn ability block to Thanos. This might be a video for later. Alright. And a taunt. Look how much damage Cull's taking. He's getting wrecked. And he can't regen because he's got Disrupt. Swarm's just kicking his ass. Ooh. Wait, what happened to Cull? He just kind of like disappeared. I didn't even see what happened. Did he bleed out? I looked away for like a second, and then he was already dead. Corvus is dead already as well. Oh, the passive? The passive actually do something good? Ooh. Ooh. I know it's worth getting that Electro passive. Shocker's dead. Heal block. Ow. Look at that damage though. Oh no. That Thanos. Oh no, did we lose the clone? Oh, hey, it's the revive one. Get that slow. Oh, damn it, resisted. See, so that's what I mean. So, oh, baby. Oh, baby. And we got deflex. Deflex. Because when Mysterio comes back, it just, like, spawns again, so he gets the 2 deflex. And that's just gonna trigger more healing. Oh, yeah. Come on, we gotta pick this up a bit. We got this. We got this. Look at that healing. Look at all that healing. Yeah, Mysterio. Mysterio might have helped me win this. Gotta save that. Just all the healing, though. Like, Doc Ock heals a ton, and look at that, look at that, look at that, 75,000. I'm not sure if you caught that, but Mysterio, I was looking at Mysterio, and they healed Mysterio for 75,000 hit points. Another ability block, you're done. Alright, we got this. For the win! Oh. Unfortunately, Elektra still bit it, but maybe she'll survive when she's 7-star. Doc Ock, Sinister Six. I'm telling you. Gear them now. They're all going to be farmable. And if you have, if you're sitting on Doc Ock from the second round, they're a lot better than people give them credit for. Now, I think we need to clean up this team here. Probably just use my own Inhumans. Yeah, I mean, Elektra definitely pulled her weight, and I think that passive was probably worth investing in. The question is, do you think I need Ultron in here now that Strife's dead, or do you think I could do this without? Mystique probably doesn't have her ult anymore. I could probably save Ultron for another team. I think I can probably do this, because Sabretooth really... Sabretooth. I think we could do this without Ultron. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't even know what happened to both Cull and... Oh, I know, Corvus. Did Corvus die from Doc Ock? Anyways, I didn't even see Cull die. I think I looked away for like a second, and I came back and it's like he's dead already, so... Oh, that's probably the best scenario, actually, is Black Bolt getting hit. Because if Black Bolt hits anyone else, that's big trouble. Let's put a Disrupt on Sinister. Uh-oh. 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 This isn't good. Let's get a slow on Sinister here. Oh, wow, that did like nothing. Because he had offense down? Oh, this yo-yo is not fun. We might be in trouble. Oh god. Oh god. Got slow on Emma. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Come on, Black Bolt. Oh. Okay. Emma's not in diamond form, so let's see if we can get some more damage on her. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was good. Okay, I think we got this. Granted, this was a 2-shot by someone else in my lines, so not taking too much credit here, but if this was me doing a 1-shot, I probably would have put Ultron in there. because Ultron does make a huge difference. Also, Black Bolt as a striker, really great. But it doesn't matter if I almost got wrecked, because this is war, so as long as I win, I win. Doesn't matter how much I almost did anything. Alright, there we go. Let's see what's under, and that's actually half of the bridge down, so that should be pretty good for me, for us going forward. There should be, hopefully there's a good buff under here, or it's going to be security. I have a weird suspicion that it might be security. I always see this configuration. People do this the bridge security, this is very common. I see this quite frequently. 600k defenders. What are they going on about? And why do people do this? Okay, guys, do not put Baron Zemo on war defense. I'm pretty sure his evade... I need to double check this before we do... I'm going to do another battle. But I need to double check Baron Zemo's kit. I know it very well, but I'm just making sure that his passive, I'm pretty sure the evades is only on offense. Yeah. So on war offense, on enemy minion turn, apply +1 evade. So why would you put him on defense? Yeah, sure, you get the speed. You know, sure you get the speed, but you don't really get... I just don't... And I guess you get this too. But realistically, you shouldn't be using them on war defense. I've seen this a couple times. I believe a couple people from last war also did this. I don't know if I have... Yes, he is napping. I think he is napping somewhere. I don't see him. He's probably under the TV. Your Zemo gets tons of defense wins? I mean... I could see it. The only thing is that Red Skull, you know, you would go for... Ideally, you would go for Baron Zemo first, and then Red Skull second, because there's nothing stopping you from killing Red Skull. He's got only 25% damage reduction here with one minion. I was going to go for the Defenders, but... I'll be honest, I actually haven't... I haven't actually fought them before. But... But... I think... I would just use Baron Zemo to beat him. Maybe? Or... AIM? AIM? They can't cleanse. So... I think AIM might work. It is a punch down, but I mean, I just kind of wanted to fight it and see. If I lose, I'm gonna be a... Oh wait, oh, hold on. Minions and disrupt... Oh, hold on. His AoE is gonna trigger disrupt on my AIM security. That's maybe not a good idea, but in practice, it might have been. Supernatural, maybe, but I don't have them high enough. I could go with Brotherhood, and this would be a sure win, I'm pretty sure. Brotherhood would be a sure win. I could use him. I can't do a true mirror match, but I think this would be a bit unfair because my Baron Zemo's 108k. I don't really use them on a ton anyway, so let's just do this, I guess. I actually haven't... I don't know if I fought Baron Zemo on War. I still think it's a bad idea. my Red Skull's on defense, so that's why I don't have him available on offense. I do have a Red Skull minion team, about 350k. It's not huge, but, you know, it's still an extra team. So it looks like I went first. So because of that, he gets screwed. Because then, boom, just like in real-time arena. I'm sure you guys have done real-time arena and this happens. He's done. So it doesn't really matter here, because I'm going to kill him by Winter Soldier. Wait a minute. Wow, my Kingpin got wrecked. Oh crap, my Hydra Grenadier is might actually bite it. Oops. Let's get... Oops, okay. So, yeah, you kind of get my point. I mean, I could have beat them with different teams. I could have beat them with Brotherhood 2.0. I could have beat them with a few other teams, probably, but I didn't want to use them. And once Baron Zemo's down, and actually, if you use Baron Zemo against their Baron Zemo, and you happen to go first, and you ability block Baron Zemo, he's screwed, and that's not really gonna make much of a difference there. And I could have ability blocked Red Skull, but at that point, you saw what happened. It didn't seem overly... It was a punch down, admittedly. But I think that if you were to use the Baron Zemo against them, you could have done the same. A lot of T14s here on Defenders. $620k. Start with Crossbone's Taunt, then Kingpin summons. Use Crossbone Alt after Kingpin. Yeah, I mean, I guess the problem was that I have... Normally, when I'm fighting against Red Skull teams, like Red Skull defense, I have Hydra Grenadier next to Baron Zemo to get the evades because he actually has a lot of attack, and so he ends up getting targeted a lot by those kind of mechanics. And it turns out because of the other Baron Zemo, it triggered a disrupt on my Hydra Grenadier, therefore he couldn't pick up those evades, so that's why he ended up getting into trouble there. But normally that's not the case. So let's... I just don't know why anyone... This guy must really like Defenders. You know, I see this from time to time, of course, but... Why would you want a T14... Can you see the red stars? Are they... Oh, yeah. So it's only 5 red star Jessica Jones and 5 red star Iron Fist. I don't think that's really warrants a T14. I'm sure most of you guys would know not to do this, but I guess if you really like Defenders and... we're going to be able to punch this up like 200k probably here. I'm convinced I could do this. I'm pretty sure. A 200k punch up. 220? I think. Now, if I lose... Well, it's a dark day for Fantastic Four. But... Yeah, interestingly, there is defense down, so we might have to go for Punisher first. Normally I'd go for Iron Fist. Oh my god, that actually hurt a little bit. Normally I would go for Iron Fist first, but I think... Oh wow, okay, yeah, we're gonna... I think we're gonna... Actually, we're gonna... Yeah, okay, I think we'll get him here. There we go, okay. So now we just have to worry about Iron Fist a little bit. This battle might take a little bit longer because of how big the punch-up is. Normally, it gets, you know, they end up dying a lot quicker. Now, the issue here is I'm going to use the basic. I don't want to get counterattacked by too many. Ow! Let's hide thing. Alright, and we're gonna clear that defense up. Oh, oh my god, he's so close. There we go. Okay, so it should be fine now. Thing's almost dead, but... Yeah, Daredevil's down. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't matter, right? You know, you can level up your defenders however far you want. The punch up on defenders is quite real. Like, it's just not worth it. Not for war. It's a waste of resources because of defenders include bio characters, you know, other better characters that you could have put this resources into. And, you know, I don't care that I lost Human Torch. You know, I think I got punched pretty hard there by Jessica Jones, but the point is that, you know, don't do this. What is this? So 230k? Punch up, I think. This might go into some future obligatory war video, but yeah, so this is 388k to 617, so that's 12 plus 7, 229k punch up. Sure, I lost Human Torch. I mean, he was only 69k. I think Invisible Woman actually did pretty well in that battle with her retaliations. I don't think there's really much else I can do for the moment. I'll probably let my alliance kind of do a little bit more damage here. Let's check out what's going on the defense for all you guys who want to cheat and look at my defense. Apparently they're clearing out my engineering. If anyone from this alliance is watching, I guess now you saw really quick what I had here in my alliance. I don't think these are worth deflecting. Also, I know this guy's not watching, but don't put Fantastic Four on the defense. Please don't do this. This really bothers me alongside a few other ones, which he doesn't have, but I've seen before. There's some people in my alliance that do some questionable things. Don't do this. 412 is quite a bit. You could easily use this on more offense for something better. They at least put She-Hulk. If you're going to put Fantastic Four in the defense, build up She-Hulk, put her in place of Namor. Namor doesn't have anything specifically for war defense, so this really bothers me a little bit. You know, there is a couple of people in my alliance that do have She-Hulk built up. Here, we have a 510k She-Hulk team here, Fantastic Four. This would actually be a lot better than having Namor in there. You know, so if you're going to do something like this, then actually just do it properly for what it's worth. And I believe... Is it here? Yeah, another one. So 505k Fantastic Four war defense. So again, if you're going to go all the way and put them on defense, use She-Hulk. She's probably going to be farmable soon, you know, probably over the next... And I'm actually surprised that he manages to have a 5-star She-Hulk. I'm pretty sure my She-Hulk's only like... maybe 4? I don't know. Let's check. We're going to jump into Dark Dimension 4, though, pretty quick here. I'm just genuinely curious about my She-Hulk's right at the bottom, I'm pretty sure. I have 5-star She-Hulk? How is this possible? I didn't... Oh, did I... I must have pulled... I think I pulled her in Premium Orbs or Mega Orbs or something, because I'm like, how the hell did I have a 5-star She-Hulk considering she's a Blitz character? Yeah, I mean, actually, I heard that if you gear She-Hulk pretty high, and you gear the rest of the Fantastic Four up pretty decently, they actually aren't too bad. I've seen them beat an X-Men team, and I have a video, actually, on my channel of me trying to beat a She-Hulk team with an X-Men team, and actually I lost. So, it's highly possible to do this, although I think that the Fantastic Four She-Hulk variant, I think it's quite susceptible to two-shotting, so you could just go in with a suicide team, kind of blow a lot of cooldowns, and then go in with your real team. So it's quite easy to do that way, which is what a lot of people used to do with Asgardians, you know, prior to Symbiotes, is kind of do that two-shot thing with other teams. So yeah, Fantastic Four She-Hulk can definitely be two-shot in that same way. She's not farmable, right? You know. Yeah, I don't plan on investing in her, though. I still like the offensive Namor version. I'm fine with that. I bet a 300k Fantastic Four... I mean, Fantastic Four Namor does counter the She-Hulk version, though I think you need to have, I think, a similar power, though. Maybe you can punch up a little bit. And no problem, Alex. I'll catch you later. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We're going to be jumping into some Dark Dimension 4 here now, though. And so we're a little bit ahead. The stream is a little bit ahead of the videos that I've been releasing. So I think as of today, I released up to day 10. I think we're on day 13 now, or 14. So in terms of my actual videos, if you guys are following me in Dark Dimension 4, then you might see a bit of a gap. We're on a bit of a further wave. So welcome back, guys, to another episode of Boilon Does Dark Dimension 4. This time we're on attack number 14, I think. Yes, we are. And so we did actually some decent damage previously on my other attacks, which you guys will see, of course, later when the videos get released. This is the special live version of Dark Dimension 4, and we're getting close. So we're 18.5 million hit points left to do on this node, which I guess is less than a third. Hoping that this doesn't take a million years on Livestream for me to do on this one, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get as much damage as I can in this one. Unfortunately, I'm not ready for Cosmic, although I can't wait to get my foot into there, but I only have two characters, Thanos and Cull. I am working on Proxima and Minerva as my third and fourth characters, but I don't have the minis quite yet, so I think we're probably going to end up clearing this before I'm ready, and that's fine, I guess. Gives me a little break before we get back in there. So we're going back in with the setup that I decided to do. So I finally eventually separated Ghost out from the rest of my team here, and Baron Zemo. Instead of going 2 and 2, I decided to go 3 and 1, and that's mostly because of if any of the characters target Ghost with chain attacks, at the very least she might be able to dodge some. Now, I kind of thought about... Baron Zemo is another one that actually kind of dies pretty quickly, it seems, in my runs. Sometimes I get to keep him up, but in this node particularly, they do a ton of damage, so you need to be careful with that. So let's jump back in here and see what we can get done today. I won't be coring. I know last weekend and last live stream I did do some coring on this node, but because I'm not ready for Cosmic yet, there's no real reason for me to do so, so we're just going to be doing one run. Hey Maxie, things are going good, thank you very much. We're just getting started here on some Dark Dimension 4 today, and hopefully we might be able to get some damage in on this node. That's been really frustrating for me, but we will get an Elite 5 at the end of this, which might be good for Jubilee when she comes out for Red Stars. So Deadpool from this wave always does a special, and then Spider-Man always does a special. We got into some hot water here, so you haven't seen this yet, but what's going to happen is Symbiote Spider-Man is going to drop down there next to Shield Security. I should have cleared these Spider-Verse characters before this happened, so I didn't know that Symbiote Spider-Man was going to drop down, and he is right behind here, I'm pretty sure, right here, with the rest of them. This is the next wave, and so I think we're going to need to focus on these characters here, and Shield Security, so Nick Fury doesn't heal him. But we need to focus on regular Spider-Man, I think. Otherwise, he's going to get healed up by Symbiote Spider-Man through the passive. So Symbiote Spider-Man dropped down later, and this was a real pain in the ass. So we're going to try and get some damage there if we can. Unfortunately, we also used Ghost's ultimate just before on the last attempt. So we're going to... I don't know. We're going to need to do some fancy footwork here and hope for the best. I don't know if I have really that many good cooldowns, though. Wow. We do have a clone, though. And normally, I would clone Symbiote Spider-Man. Normally, that is the better option, but for survivability, I'm going to start with Nick Fury. And that was a weird spot. And he's going to spread the defense up. Hey, Fuzzy, welcome to the stream. We just lost Sabretooth. Oh, God. I might re-roll this one, but let's see here. Let's... Huh. I am so reluctant to try and hit Spider-Man, because if he dodges, I'm going to be so angry. Okay, it didn't. We got a couple of slows, actually. That wasn't too bad. Let's see if we can get some more slows. Ah, damn it. Okay, let's heal up a little bit here. Oh, Baron Zemo. Oh my god. Well, that was kind of crappy. Those minions did nothing. Okay, I think we might need to reload this one. I feel like we could do something a little bit better. We really need to get... we need to get Ghost Alt. I don't know if we're gonna get it or not, though. I really don't know if we're going to get any big damage here in this one. We might get to Ghost Ultimate. I'm hoping that would be enough to clear shield security out. I'm trying to keep Symbiote Spider-Man's turn bar back because I don't want him to heal the others here. And if Ghost can get her ultimate here, I am hoping that we might be able to clear shield security and do some extra damage. And I think I'll be willing to. Oh God, no, no! That turn bar was not good. We need to survive. There we go. Okay. All right, shield security's down. I think did Spider-Man dodge that? I think they dodged the health drain. Ugh. At least shield security is not going to get healed up by Nick Fury anymore. I think I'm going to let this... I'm so frustrated. I hate this node. I'm sure you guys have felt my frustrations on all the videos that I put out for this node, but it's just a major pain in the ass. And so they're healing up a little bit here. Not a ton, but they are a little bit. I hate this node. You know what? Whatever. I really hate node 6. And Sabretooth really didn't actually... I don't even know if he took a turn. Sabretooth is just a wet bag. A wet bag. Wet noodle. Hits like a wet noodle. And this is just really frustrating. I feel like I didn't go anywhere on the hit points here. I feel like I was... Even though it says I did 3 million damage. Do I have Dark Energy? Not enough. I might do another one when I get the full 100 Dark Energy. Maybe I'll spend 100 cores just to push this. Just because of how frustrated I am with this node. I just think it's a load of crap. But, yeah. Anyways. How are you guys doing, and how are your weekend? You know, the chat's been a bit quiet here. Maybe you guys are just enamored with my frustrations here with Dark Dimension 4. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing great. And of course, if there's anything that you guys want to ask me or anything in the live chat, then please do. You know, I'm here for you guys. So we're going to be doing some raids here really quick. I think that I have still to do some Ultima 7.3. Where am I at? Okay, I'm over here. So we're almost at the Ronin boss node in the center here. And I will be going back to using my symbiotes, I guess. How do I get 5-star Pym tag? Well, you know, your only options really are to farm Ghosts from the War Store, Yellow Jacket from Doom 3.6, Stature from Cosmic 1.9, and Ant-Man from the Blitz Store. Yeah, I think, and Wasp wherever she is. I forget where Wasp is, but yeah, they are all farmable now if you really do want to get Jubilee, but it's going to be quite tough. And of course, if you're not a late game player who has Doom 3.6 finished, then you're going to struggle a bit to get there. Or mid to late game player, whatever you want to call it. You know, if you haven't done Doom More Chapter 3, then you might struggle a little bit to get there. Wow, ability block. I'm taking a lot of damage this time around. Well, I mean, I hope everyone else, whoever is trying to get Jubilee, you know, does manage to get her. But, you know, if you guys have been following any of my videos, I just don't have a ton of expectations for the Astonishing X-Men. Realistically, I don't think most of you should waste your time on gearing them, especially if you only plan to get 2 or 3 stars, and that's going to be a big defining feature, I think, of this team, who are 4 out of 5 Blitz characters, and Beast still nowhere in sight. And the fact that the fact that Electro is going into the Blitz store, I think to me indicates that maybe that Beast might actually be Season 3 of the real-time arena. Maybe. Otherwise, it's going to be... Otherwise, Beast technically won't have shards to be farmed until mid-February, maybe around the time of Jubilee's event. But it appears that they do count real-time arena as a farmable method. So we had Baron Zemo, we have Yellow Jacket, and then it might be Beast. I don't... Yeah, Jason, to me that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, you know, like, because Beast isn't as good as Colossus was at the time. And you know, I was just talking about Colossus in my Alliance Discord, because I'm pretty sure it took Colossus 8 to 9 months to make him farmable. And frankly, it's ridiculous, really. I mean, there's no other way to say it. But Beast doesn't deserve to be like that because he's not that good. He's realistically, he's not anywhere as good. And actually, I have issue with Beast's healing potential. I don't think it's all that great. Well, if you want my opinions on the Astonishing X-Men team, I would redirect you to my video that I posted yesterday morning about that. But yeah, I don't plan on building the full team. I might build Jubilee just because she's legendary, you know, so I might be able to fit her in somewhere. But I don't think that she needs the full team, and I don't want to bother gearing up to tier 14 plus sets of characters that I only have at 3 to 4 star. So yeah, I mean, everyone here is going to have to make your own decision about what you want to do with your Astonishing X-Men, but frankly, I think there are better other characters on the horizon that you should be looking at. Characters like X-Factor, Shatterstar, and Longshot, who are a two-man team at the moment, but who perform really, really well for just being a two-man team. And, you know, if we consider what might happen when they bring out more X-Factor characters, you know, if they're this good, just the two of them, think what would happen when there's more X-Factor characters that have more on-crit passives, more things going on. You know, they could have like an on-hit healing thing. You know, it could get out of control pretty quickly with X-Factor. So I do think that X-Factor actually is going to be the next meta team. I think possibly even better than Astonishing X-Men. So obviously I don't know anything. I don't know what characters are going to be coming, but I think that based on what we've seen from those two, I think there is some good stuff to think about with them. I do have 5 stars, I think, on Shatterstar and 4 on Longshot. I do think that there is a chance that Longshot could be in the real-time arena season 3. I'm basically, if it's not Beast, it's going to be Longshot, personally, I think. It's one of the two. Clearly, we've seen that they'll put in Blitz characters into the real-time arena to keep them rare. Longshot was a 100 shard Blitz character. Yellow Jacket wasn't. I think he was 45. But, you know, I think that they could give us rare characters. Baron Zemo was a 100 shard Blitz character as well. So, you know, there is some... I don't see them putting in Anti-Venom or anything like that. Because if you look at the releases that have come, you know, basically we're looking at Beast, and then we're jumping all the way now to the Symbiote patch. So that was Scream, Anti-Venom, She-Hulk. Personally, don't see them doing it with She-Hulk because She-Hulk isn't going to make them a lot of money. Nobody really likes She-Hulk that much. So frankly, after that, it jumps straight to the Winter patch. Maybe we might see it in with Longshot. Longshot's my guess. If it's not Beast, I think it's going to be Longshot. But we'll see, right? We have how many days? 5 or 6 days until round. Oh, actually, normally there's a 3-day break, right? Or they just do that to change the. I'm not sure if there's going to be a break in between or not. Originally, I thought that after the first season they did take a 3-day break or something like that. But I think that might be just to regulate the day in which it was released on, so that they fixed the planning of the dates, I guess. So I don't know if there's going to be a break a second time or not. Yeah, I mean, I will say that it is really disappointing. You know, some people don't get to unlock 100 shard characters, especially if you're in the early to mid game. It can be quite challenging for you to do that. So, unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast that is Blitz. I didn't mean to say that, because then I just realized that that just kind of made me think about Beast. But yeah, so you're gonna need to realistically, I guess, over 100 shards. What you need to do is you'll either need to blitz to get 25 shards twice, use some of your power cores to unlock them if you want to do so. You could pull a power core orb, and that will get you the unlock at 3 stars for a 3-star character. If you can't even manage 25 shards, if you're at the 15 shard level, yeah, it's going to be quite challenging. You're going to have to wait, I guess, until they appear into the premium orbs, things like that, where you might get lucky and get those. But otherwise, I think that it is quite tough, I think, for those mid-game players to unlock those 100 shard characters. But I would definitely recommend, if you're someone who can blitz up to 25 shards, that's 25 plus 21, that's 46 times 2 is 92, and then you just need 8 more shards. So then if you want to pull those 675 core orbs, that'll give you the unlock that you need. And for me, sometimes I occasionally pull those orbs as well if it's going to make a difference between another rank up or something. You know, then I'll consider that. Speaking of Blitz, yeah, I'm really unhappy with where I'm currently... Well, I think I'll make 1% with Kitty, and I don't like the fact that I have to do that. So, my headphones keep sliding off my head here, my fat head. You know, I don't like the fact that I'm doing 1% for Kitty, because I don't actually want to do it, but I am concerned that the Astonishing X-Men might be a legendary within a legendary unlock, and therefore... You know, this is something that you guys might need to consider for like May, June, you know, when Ebony Maw came out last year, that maybe we might have a Black Bolt scenario here where, you know, Black Bolt came out and then Black Bolt round 2 came, and then Ebony Maw was the legendary unlock in May, June. I forget the exact date. So we might want to think that because there's 4 Blitz characters, which means frustration marketing, this is like, you know, the hardest way to get shards is through Blitz, that, you know, we might need to start thinking that this team might be a legendary unlock for the next one. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just, you know, this is a reasonable guess, I think, that this could happen. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know who it's going to be. Obviously, it's probably not going to be another mutant. I don't think they would do 2 mutants back to back, whatever legendary it happens to be. But yeah, 10. You must have missed it earlier. I guess you haven't been in here the whole time. But yeah, we talked at length about Sinister Six and Electro, and I love me some Sinister Six. If you guys follow my videos at all, I love me my Doc Ock Sinister Six team. Actually, I put in some T4s into Electro today, and I punched up 50k, I think, on a Black Order team in War, and that was a lot of fun. And if you guys are wondering why I switched to Black Order here on raids, it's because I just prefer using them on the heavy boss fights, because it's just a lot easier. They normally do 3 legendaries a year, normally every 4 months. So they released Black Bolt end of January, early February, I believe, last year. I can't remember, but if you guys remember the exact date, then let me know. It was Black Bolt in the early part of the year, and then Ebony Maw in like May, late May, and then Dr. Octopus in September. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I don't... Blade, maybe Blade. I like Blade. I don't know if he's legendary material. Then again, Jubilee wasn't legendary material. And then again, Shuri wasn't legendary material. So, you know, I don't think my opinion really matters too much on that point. I do really like Blade as a character, though, and I hope he does come to the game. But I wouldn't exactly want him to be a legendary character, though. If they ever add Apocalypse to game, I really hope Apocalypse is the #1 character that I hope comes out for 2021. Whether or not that is the case, who knows? But I would love Apocalypse to come to the game and kind of some like a Black Order thing, you know, where they have the horsemen, and then they have like empowered forms in the presence of Apocalypse. I would really love that. I think that would be really great. And, you know, they don't even have to be released at the same time. They could be, like, individual mutant characters that are already released on another team, and when you bring them together with Apocalypse, Apocalypse empowers them. That would be really cool. You know, they could be, like, Angel, who is on some sort of X-Men team, but then when you put him in for the Horsemen as well later on, you know, they could start with a team trait now, and then later when Apocalypse comes out, you know, they could get the Horseman trait. And so they can be used in multiple teams, but when you're using them with Apocalypse, you know, they get more powerful. That would be really cool. Yes, the kits that are legendary, sure. I don't think that Jubilee's kit is all that legendary. I'll admit that the basic blind is actually pretty good, and if you're talking about dueling characters like in PvP or in maybe war or something like that, that's really good. You know, a basic blind is really strong, especially if she outspeeds somebody, but I'm not super enthused by Jubilee's kit. I think that it could have been better. I actually think that to some degree that Doc Ock actually has a better kit than Jubilee, and I think Doc Ock actually has more wider game usability than Jubilee as well. So from that standpoint, I'm actually highly disappointed in Jubilee. I actually don't mind the character at all. You know, I quite like Jubilee as a character, but I don't. Again, it's the whole. I didn't really want her to be a legendary. I don't think her kit is really amazing. I'm not super thrilled by the fact that it's a war team. You know, I've gone at length about talking about this team. I'm not going to kill my throat too much more talking about it, but I don't know. There's something not right, I think. That's just what I think anyways. You started playing... Oh, sorry, I missed a few comments here. So, started playing when Maw came out. Yeah, so Maw came out, I'm pretty sure. When Ebony Maw came out, that was my very first video, actually, on my channel. I did a Red Star orb opening and some Black Order gameplay back at the end of May. That was my very, very first video that I did on my YouTube channel. So I recall that being around end of May. And Black Order tag to Nebula. Well, I don't know about Black Order tag, but definitely they need to do something. Who knows? So actually, after we finish this really quick, I want to talk about what you guys think about the new city picture. If you guys are keeping up with the stuff online. I'm a really bad multitasker sometimes, so I'm trying to read chat and like play the game without getting my ass kicked. Even though I could probably put this on auto, there has been times where I've just accidentally died. So I'm trying to keep up with both a little bit here. Empowered Iron Man for Power Armor 2.0. Yeah, Iron Man's a really disappointing one. Don't level Iron... If you're leveling up Power Armor, don't level up Iron Man unless you really need to. Unless you have like 6 red stars or above. I don't think Iron Man's worth the investment over any of the other Power Armor characters, particularly War Machine and Falcon, who are better, and even Ironheart to some degree. But yeah, unfortunately, Iron Man is not all that strong in his team. And actually, sometimes I remove Iron Man and put Ultron in there, and that makes actually a very good version for beating Marauders, or Emma Marauders, so... Unfortunately, the weak link of the Power Armor team is Iron Man. Nebula is for me more Guardians. Is that because of the movie? Because of Infinity War and Endgame and so on? I don't know what they would need to do. Like, you know, Nebula is just... It's, you know, it's funny. Okay, so Nebula is actually really fast, and from a dueling perspective, she's actually not like a one-on-one duelist. She's actually not bad, because there have been times in the past where, you know, I've lost to a Nebula because she has, like, evades, and she's really fast, and she gets speed up when she hits back on her counter, I'm pretty sure, as well. So, she just needs to... her percentages, I think, are really weak on her kit. I don't know if it's a terrible kit, but I think her special would need to get buffed. Her Her ultimate, I think the damage would need to go up, but actually the 2 evades that I think she gets actually isn't terrible. I think she just needs a... She needs something. So I think that's all I'm going to do for Ultimates raids right now. We're not pushing for 100%, and I need to recover my energy for the next raid anyways. Hopefully we get to 60%. That's what I'm aiming for. You can't really put her in a team. She's sitting on the bottom of my bench on Blitz, actually, and really quick here. We have more characters than Blitz teams, so I actually have 29 Blitz teams, I think. The 30 is... This is what I used for Dark Dimension. This is why I have this saved here. But I have some characters that I don't use. Sometimes I use them to tier down, and this is the bottom of my list. So I have Ravager, Stitcher, you know, some minions here. Nebula's there. She-Hulk's there. Vulture, unfortunately, bench. Nobu as well. So there's actually... Oh, because that's my hand. I didn't use my hand team. But I have, like, at least... How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters. So we need more save squads. We need at least 5 more, you know. But I think they need tabs. Why don't they give us tabs? Because there's different game modes. There's a, you know, there's Blitz, there's Ward, there's Raids. You know, I should be able to set up different teams for different game modes. You know, I don't know why they can't give us tabs. Please, if anything, quality of life. Please give us tabs. That's all. Just give us tabs for save squads. Galactus. I think Galactus should be involved in some sort of new game mode, maybe, or some sort of mega raid, something for the Alliance. You know, maybe you have a week and you need to kill Galactus. You need to kill Sentinels, Master Mold. I don't know, something like that, where like you have to go through this like mega long raid, and eventually you get to Galactus, you know, like a longer style raid, I guess, or a mega boss that you would have to... And I heard that Star Wars Galaxy Heroes does this. I don't play the game, I've never really touched it, but from what I heard from other people, they have this sort of thing there, so, you know, I think it might be able to work here. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about this photo here. I'm gonna bring it up. So this was on Twitter. Let me pull it over here. So this was on Twitter the other day, and I just want to see what you guys think about this. Well, you know, there's the model for White Tiger, in case you're curious and you hadn't seen it before. This was, I believe, posted on Thursday, I think, or Wednesday night or Thursday night. I don't remember now. And Daredevil and Elektra with here in the corner, if you can see that. Try and zoom in a bit here. It didn't really change anything. Daredevil and Elektra changes incoming. So, one thing to note is that they don't have any synergy on their page here. Normally, I thought when you're in the save squads thing, it like shows the number or whatever, how many synergies there are between the characters. So I'm wondering if this isn't so much a Defenders rework as it might be a just a plain city rework. Maybe that there might be some text in some of these characters that has specifically city stuff, and this is probably on the test server anyway, so maybe that explains why there's no synergy stuff listed here at the bottom or in the numbers or whatever. But what if this is also a rework specifically for Daredevil and Elektra being paired up together? I suppose you could put Elektra in now in place of Punisher. And I want to look at Elektra after we're done looking at this photo here. I don't really know if I'm too enthused about this in general. Like, I don't know if I care too much, but I am vaguely curious what their plans are for this. I don't really have any high red stars for any of these characters. To be honest, White Tiger doesn't super thrill me, just because I don't know if I care too much about Defenders, even if there is a slight Defenders rework. But if there's a wider city rework, I am curious about that. So I just wanted to see what you guys maybe thought about this. There doesn't seem to be a lot of excitement over this in the chat. But I just wanted to bring that photo up, and I wanted to then transition into looking at Elektra, wherever she is. Actually, I just wanted to bring up city. Let's filter by city here. And oh, okay, so I have like a 50k Elektra. That's funny. She's actually more than Miss Marvel. That's probably because I have the 5 red stars, but So, I don't know if you've actually ever bothered to look at her kit because she's so garbage. But I always thought this was funny. So, not to mention that it hits really low. 170% damage is incredibly low, I think, for a basic attack still. If a target is a defender, apply 3 bleed and gain 1000% focus for this attack. What's interesting about this, even, you know, with this in mind, it's only a 70% chance to bleed. So that should be like 100% chance to bleed, and then it always lands on defenders. But, you know, this is a really weak attack anyways, and I never watched the Defenders Netflix show, you know, so I didn't really watch, you know, Elektra's involvement in those shows that came out, which are now defunct. But I guess this was the idea behind her. Her special is really pathetic. I mean, it does really weak damage. You gain stealth, woo, big deal nowadays, you know, and clear 1 to 2 positive effects. This is funny, and the fact that the T4 clears 2 because, you know, most characters, especially newer characters, can do this on their basic. So, yeah, really weak. Vital Strike actually wasn't too bad. So this 530% damage is actually pretty high for an ultimate. I'll give him that. You know, I'm pretty sure this is quite high percentage for an ultimate attack at level 6. That's the only real thing, but that's all it does is just flat damage. I can show you tons of other characters that do this kind of damage, but, you know, have other things on the text. And then the passive, of course, on spawn a random hand ally. I mean, okay. 10% chance to revive? Up to 15%? Nah, this is garbage. So, I don't know what they plan to do with the character, but, you know, hey, you know, it might be something, and it might be worth taking a look at if you're one of these unfortunate people that have 5, 6, 7 red star Elektra. Maybe there might be something worth here to think about when we get the details of it, which, by the way, in case you guys missed it, the patch is slated for Tuesday, February the 2nd, which is in 3 days from now. So look forward to that. Unfortunately, I was really expecting us to get some info on it on the blog post on yesterday, and we didn't get any of that. So that's really disappointing, I think. And in terms of Daredevil, I don't know what they're planning on doing. You know, okay, he gives some speed to self and defender allies. Maybe they might extend this to city characters, to Elektra, but they're going to really need to massively overhaul Elektra to make her any usable at all. The baton, you know, maybe this will apply counter to Elektra as well instead of just defenders. I don't know what I don't think Daredevil is a bad character. They've already reworked the defenders, so I don't think Daredevil's kit's really that bad. It might be a bit outdated, sure. But there's plenty of other characters that need better reworks than Daredevil. I don't think that his kit is actually all that bad. And even here with the T-Force chained to 4 to 6 characters, that's a lot. I mean, I think that's more like a raid thing. His basic is pretty basic, but hey, you know, maybe if we boosted this chance to bonus attack to 100%, that might be nice for like a second attack. Something like that, and if the target is a villain, maybe do increased damage rather than chance to bonus attack. I don't know what they could really do with Daredevil either. I'm genuinely curious, you know, what they're planning on doing for this rework, supposedly for the new patch related to city characters. I'll tell you what I would like to see though, is I would like to see some reworks of some of the existing characters. So I would like to see Kingpin get reworked. I don't know if these are in the cards at all. I don't know if we're just looking at reworks for Daredevil and Elektra with the addition of White Tiger, whatever she's going to do. If she's going to be a Defenders or if she's just going to be a city character, a city hero with some additional stuff. I don't know. But I would love to see a rework to Kingpin, which is a bit sad. You know, he actually was really good at the very beginning of the game because of his boss's order buffs here. Defense up to all allies for 2 turns and offense up to all allies, or to 5 allies, but that's basically everyone. This was really, really good. This used to be really, really good, and still kind of isn't that bad either. But I would love to see a rework to specifically his summon. All it does is this. The bodyguards are very weak compared to summons that you see now. The bodyguards are pretty crap. The damage, their stats are low. Their hit points are low. They're worse than Ronin summons. You know, so they're not very good there. I would like to see a rework to this, either to change the bodyguards or allow them to summon mercenaries. This would be great if they could summon, instead of bodyguards, it would be like Mercenary Riot Guard and Mercenary Lieutenant or Mercenary Sniper or something else. That would be really, really, really good. And I would love that. And his passive is okay, but I think this definitely needs a rework as well. I think that this needs to be bumped up, I think, for the assists here. 20% is not really all that high. I think Nick Fury actually can do that to everyone. Yeah, I don't know if a Kingpin needs the Merc tag necessarily, but I mean, I would like him to get... I would like them to do something with Kingpin, though. I don't know what. They could even give him the Spider-Verse tag. That could be too OP, I'm not sure, because of other Spider-Verse synergies with different characters. That might make him too good. I would have to look at the individual Spider-Verse synergies to see what that would actually contribute to Kingpin necessarily, or if some of these passives may even extend to Spider-Verse characters if they reworked his passive a little bit. Kingpin definitely needs a bit of a bump. I actually really like Kingpin. I think there's something there. He has this Protector tag as well, which he doesn't really do. I get it that, you know, his summons, you know, have the special that gains taunt for 1 turn, but other than that, it's a load of garbage. There's nothing changed by the level, so why would you want this? And the damage on the basic is pretty crap, and their hit points suck, so they're not even really doing their job. And so I will give them that. There is a Mercenary Bodyguard, and interestingly, like you just pointed out, the Mercenary Bodyguards do have the Mercenary tag. That's interesting. So, you know, yeah, why not extend that to summon more mercenaries? That'd be pretty... Usually there's 2 different types of characters per summon. Mercenary Riot Guard and Mercenary Lieutenant would be great, although failing that, you know, Mercenary Sniper would be fine too as a damage option. You don't really need Mercenary Lieutenant, I guess, when you have the boss's order buffing. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, I would love to either see something. Mercenary tag to Kingpin. I don't know if he would necessarily need that. He's a crime lord, right? He's not a mercenary. Or a Spider-Verse tag. One of the two, I think, would really go a long way to be able to making him useful. And this is one of the other characters in the city category that I really hope that they they look at. Obviously, there's the hand characters. I don't know if we're actually getting a hand rework or not, though. So I don't know if that's on the cards at all. So I'm not really going to be talking too much about hand. I think they're just looking at Elektra, because if I'm not mistaken, there was, like I said, that video with Valley Flying and Cerebro in the interview, and I'm pretty sure they mentioned that there isn't. However, since we're talking about city characters, Night Nurse. So this has been rumored for quite some time. Some of the other content creators have been talking about this. So I thought, hey, why don't I talk about Night Nurse a bit as well? So why do I have Night Nurse at 48k? Well, that's because she used to be really good and the only real healer for raids. Back when Ultimus 6 was a thing, and she was the only character you could use outside of Shield Medic. And this was before Minerva. So basically when Minerva came out, and I think that was in, 2019, I think. 2019 Captain Marvel movie, right? That was I think that was 2019 springtime. And that's when Minerva came out. But other than that, she was actually pretty decent. And yeah, so if we're talking about the Doom Raid for the skill lane, you know, there isn't very many great options. So if we look at her ultimate here, heals all allies for 2,500 health plus 10% of max health, and then apply 2 regeneration. So it's not terrible. I think what would need to happen, is probably bump this up to 20%, and then maybe regeneration for 2 regen for 2 turns. I think would need to happen, something like that. We need to bump this up a little bit, make this a bit better. If she's a pure healer, then I think that would need to happen. What would need to happen on the special, I think we would need to see some sort of cleansing. We would need to see some sort of team cleansing. However that works, I don't care or know, you know. But she doesn't have any way of cleansing debuffs, and that's more and more of a thing now with heal block characters. Night Nurse came out well before a lot of these characters, like Venom, Mordo, who you often see in raids for, you know, these heal blocks and other problems. I think she would need to have that. It's actually on a low cooldown, which isn't bad either. So cooldown-wise, actually, her skills are pretty low. So I think if they added some sort of cleansing mechanic here, or maybe some buffs, she is a support character. So yeah, I know she's purely healing, or on the passive. if the passive had, or you know what, a revive. That would be really nice. Actually, scrap that. If the ultimate had some sort of revive mechanic, that would be really nice too. Now that I was thinking about that. But the passive could also have a cleanse on it as well, either on the special or the passive. Something needs to be changed up a bit. On turn, if the ally with the least health is less than 100% health, which is probably going to happen, 20%, that's a weird thing to say there, but okay. I think this is the only character that has text kind of described like that. And, you know, this needs to be bumped up. Whatever happens, more healing, 100% chance to heal, probably. 20% is not great. And then maybe put some cleansing on here if it doesn't happen on the special. So those are kind of the things that I would look at. And actually, this isn't too bad. She actually applies... Now, if the T4 was like 100% chance to apply slow for 2 turns, that's actually not too bad for a basic move. You know, it could be a little bit better. Maybe they could do something else. Maybe do... an offense down would be actually really nice, or 50% chance to apply offense down and keep the slow. That would be really nice. So yeah, to all you people out there with 5, 6, 7 red star night nurses, fingers crossed that maybe you guys might have your day, because I think night nurse might be getting some love around the corner. I think in general we're probably looking at some city reworks beyond just what we saw in that photo of Daredevil and Elektra. And of course, White Tiger in the game. I would put my bet on Night Nurse, and I would also love to see a rework coming to Kingpin, but whether or not that actually happens or not, I don't know how likely that is. Other than that, I don't think we really need to touch on too many characters. I think OG Spider-Man, you know, I think at some point would need to see some love. I don't know what they plan to do with him, if they plan on maybe making a separate team for him, like a city hero, a Spider-Verse hero team. You know, OG Spider-Man Miles, rip Miles off the Young Avengers because that's crap, and you know, put them with some other sort of Spider, kind of like the Into the Spider-Verse movie, and characters like that, and bring them to the game and make a hero Spider-Verse team. I think that would be fine. Miles doesn't deserve to be on the Young Avengers, and frankly, Miss Marvel doesn't either. If they're going to do something, they should make a Champions team, which is another comic book team that they're currently on right now. I don't think that Young Avengers, I don't know what, and I've gone at length to talk about the Young Avengers, which will be a completely separate video now that WandaVision's out. But yeah, I really don't like the fact that they're Young Avengers. They really butchered that one for me. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's coming to the game possibly on Tuesday for city characters. We'll have to wait and see what the whole scoop is and how many characters end up getting touched. I don't think that the Defenders are going to get a broad rework. I don't know if they really need it. I think that if they're going to do anything, White Tiger could be that 5th member to replace or be an alternative to Punisher, and then maybe White Tiger has some extra passives in there that might sort of bring them up a little bit more. But broadly speaking, I don't think the Defenders need a rework as such. They had one already. They're decent, but you know, obviously could be better. And one character can be enough to really change a full team. You know, we've seen that with other teams where putting in one character like Emma Frost from Marauders can really make a huge difference in terms of how powerful they can really make one character and the synergy for that team. So just wanted to bring that out to you guys and see what you guys thought maybe of the potential city reworks as well. So yeah, we'll leave things there for that one, I guess. So I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of things left to do. Yeah, and I haven't touched on that either. So Shocker, Vulture, Green Goblin, they're kind of on the bench right now. They're not in the main Sinister Six team, but you know, if they bring out more chargeables for Doc Ock, it might create some secondary Sinister Six team maybe. And Young Avenger, of course, needs that 5th member, and I think I'll be talking about that more in the weeks to come. If you guys are keeping up with the WandaVision TV show, you know, it's starting to get good, and I'm not going to spoil it for anyone here who hasn't watched it, but I think that there is something to talk about here related to WandaVision and what might be coming down the pipeline for Young Avengers. And we'll see, of course, as the weeks go on for the episodes, and see if they actually illuminate anything. And you know that Scopely really likes to talk about stuff related to MCU things, so if something happens in the show, I think there's a good chance that it might come to the game, maybe for patch 5.2, which would be around March, which I think would be kind of on the other end of the WandaVision TV show, so we might be able to look at that. How much time do I have on my Blitz timer? It's getting pretty close. 7 minutes, huh? So I don't really have too much. Oh wow, we got hit quite a bit here. Looks like we lost the engineering room, I guess. We don't really have a whole lot left to do game wise. I'm just going to do some autoing here. I'm going to do 1 or 2 nodes here on the beta before the actually I'll probably just do 1 node here for my military points, but I realize I've already capped my milestone for the day. There's only 1 day left of covert ops. Thank God for that. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired of the covert ops event. I can't wait for it to be over. And actually, I was gonna go check to see if I had any orbs to open after this as well for that. But otherwise, I think we'll be sort of winding the live stream down over the next 10 minutes. So if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, if there's any questions that you guys have to ask me while I'm here, you know, please feel free to do so in the live chat. Also, if you guys aren't into the if you guys aren't in my Discord channel, then I definitely recommend you guys joining up. I think it'd be a great time to have a chat with you guys there if you're not already in there. And just in case that you don't have it, I will post it here. It was posted earlier in the live stream. If you guys have Discord and want to join up with me and have a chat with me in my Discord channel, then please click on that link and you guys can get into Boilon's Gaming Lounge. And we talk about a lot of stuff Marvel Strike Force related, and it's also the best way to get a hold of me if you're wanting to get in contact with me for any reason. If you want to talk to me about your roster, things that you're doing in your game, want to just run over some ideas with me, then, you know, feel free to do that with me there as well. And yes, I do hope that Sandman comes to the game as a potential like hardwall tank for the Doc Ock if you want to do it on the defense. I don't think the Doc Ock Sinister Six is super great at the moment on the defense, but I do think that they could be with the addition of extra characters. So we'll see what happens. Who to replace Thor with Asgardians on war defense? Thor is placed with Wave 1 Avengers. You could do Drax. I've heard a lot of people using Drax on Asgardians on war defense. Drax doesn't really have a place anywhere, and that kind of baits them into having to attack Drax. And if they don't have someone that can cleanse, if they don't have anyone that can clear positive effects to clear the taunt, then that kind of gets them stuck until Sif taunts, and then it kind of goes back and forth a little bit there, which means that they can't really, get towards Greg. For example, the symbiotes will have to go through Drax before they can get to Greg, depending on where Greg spawns on the map, and so it might be a bit of a harder time for them to kind of speed bar roll with the symbiotes if they have to go through Drax first, depending on how high you built your Drax is. That could be something because of the spawn taunt. Theoretically, you could actually throw Red Guardian in there. Red Guardian basically does everything that Drax does, but better. You know, so if you have a standalone Red Guardian, you could put Red Guardian in there with the Asgardians, and he'll put defense up to everyone as well when he taunts. And he spawns with taunt and defense up, so that might be something worth considering. Just some thoughts there, because really you're going to get carried probably by Hela on the Asgardians, but you need to keep her alive, and you need the Gregs not to get demolished by the symbiotes probably. So I have 45 red star orbs going into the next character, which I guess is going to be White Tiger, I suppose. But I think that I'm going to be saving up. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see what the kit is for White Tiger, whether or not I'm interested or not. But I want to have as many red star orbs as I possibly can for Jubilee. Even though I've been talking about how I don't really care about Jubilee, she is still going to unlock at 5 red stars. So realistically, I would try and get good red stars for her, even though I don't have high hopes for the team. Because she unlocks at 5 versus Blitz characters, I would actually really love to get at least a 4 or 5 for Jubilee. So I'm saving up all my big red stars for her. Interesting if they made a Symbiote 2.0. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys read the comics that are out right now in the Marvelverse, but currently the main story arc is the King in Black, and that's related to Null right now, and there's a lot of crossovers with other Marvel comics as well. I follow a few of them, and actually I need to go back to the comic store in a couple weeks, in a week or two. I normally go once a month. And so currently right now the King in Black, Null is on Earth. So I guess I shouldn't spoil things in case you guys are planning on buying any of the comics. But yeah, basically, Null's on Earth and wreaking havoc. And, maybe we might see a tie-in. They don't normally do comic book tie-ins, but maybe we might see down the line. Maybe Null might be a a legendary for May, June. You know, maybe the Astonishing X-Men might be a legendary within a legendary for Null. I don't know a whole lot about Null, but from what I understand, that, you know, he is super powerful. He is the creator of symbiotes. That you know, if anyone's going to be a legendary, that's a good possibility, and that would actually be legendary material, I suppose, in that way. But the question is, do symbiotes really need a quote rework or legendary character given how powerful they already are? Probably not. So I don't know if now's the time or May is the time for that either. Odin, some people suggest Odin maybe, you know, make Asgardians great again, for an extra character and then keep Thor with the traditional Wave 1 Avengers, and then add Odin in his place. Who knows? It's always fun to kind of speculate over these things. Do I have any Armory 15? I have one, our Armory 15 orb. And so by the end of this next Covert Ops day, I should have the next one as well. 4 more mini uniques. We got another pressurized tank, which is great because I need them for Minerva. So currently I'm waiting on Minerva and Proxima for my G15s for Cosmic DD4. And in terms of how many I have, though, 31 access codes. Yeah, I need more of these access codes, more Dargonite, and micro dots. I'm kind of halfway. I'm halfway currently, but I haven't bought the Battle Pass yet, which should give me an extra 8. I think 6 or 8 of each of them. I think it's 6. And that should help a little bit. I'll probably end up doing that when I remember tomorrow or something, or tonight. I'll buy the Battle Pass, even though I hate the Battle Pass. Not that I need G14 minis anyways. There was some more. And 101 milestone orbs. Wow. Halfway to 7-star symbiote Spider-Man. Agent Coulson is 31 shards away. I think once I max out Agent Coulson, not that I really care about getting him to 7-star, I think I'll probably just hold the milestone orbs. Supernatural rework with the Ancient One and Wong. Replacement for Elsa and Wanda? Yeah, I know that... I don't know if Elsa would get a replacement unless they're doing Midnight Suns. Scarlet Witch probably would be the first one. Not that I talk about Marvel Contest of Champions, but I'm pretty sure Wong is in there in the Ancient One as well. But they have a lot of characters, I guess. I definitely would love to see more stuff coming to the Supernatural team. I really love the Supernatural team. Oh, hey, this is the new beta raid orb, right? So I have some complaints about this really quick before we wind down the live stream. So you see how Taskmaster's in the background here, but yet he's nowhere in the orbs? Or did they change it? No, oh, did they add him? Did they finally add him? They totally added him after all the complaints? Because I'm pretty sure on Reddit that people are like, wait a minute, Taskmaster's in the photo, but he's not actually in the orbs. So they actually went back. I didn't check the orb. So they must have changed this at some point, because it was 10% per character for 10 characters, and they reduced this down to 9. So after all the... when did they do this? Because I haven't opened any beta orbs recently. I was just about to rant about that, and apparently they fixed it. So that's funny. Let's see if we get any luck. I only need 2 characters in here. Hey, more Kingpin. Nope. Oh, actually, 8 Proxima. There we go. So I only actually needed Proxima and Taskmaster, I'm pretty sure, because Corvus is maxed out. Yeah. So those are the only 2 characters that I could have gotten anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And... I have 58 premium orbs. This is kind of interesting. So I've accumulated this much over a month because I did my last 100 premium orb opening back on Christmas Eve for when I was hunting for Cull. So I guess I managed to get this much already, which isn't too bad. anyways, I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes if you guys if there's anything that you want to ask me here in the live chat before I wind down. We're gonna be closing up the live stream over the next 5 minutes here. And otherwise, if you think of something later that you want to ask me, then definitely join in on the Discord channel, and I'm always easily accessible there. That's really the best way to find me. And of course, if you enjoyed today and if you had a great time, then please check me out every Saturday here on YouTube at the same time at noon Pacific. I did say earlier in the live stream that actually I will be going to be moving over to Twitch once a week. So I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I will be doing Twitch streams there on top of the YouTube live streams. For the moment, I'm just kind of experimenting with Twitch. It's been a long time since I've been on there, so I'm going to be doing kind of a little bit of both for the moment and seeing what works better and what I prefer, what I like. You know, it's been a long time since I've been on Twitch, so look forward to that. If you are on my Discord, then you'll get the notification there about my Twitch live streams, and I will also post a community post on my YouTube channel about more of the details regarding the Twitch stream if you guys are interested, and of course add it to my links in my descriptions for Twitch and stuff like that if you guys want to catch me there as well on top of that. I was thinking about doing Thursday because that is going to be the start of Iceman Blitz number 1. I don't know what day is going to work better for me though, but it will be at the same time that I run my YouTube live stream, so that's going to be noon Pacific as well, either on Wednesday or Thursday. So look forward to that. That's some stuff that's coming down the pipe works for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing both, forever or what. I haven't really decided. People keep asking me, if I'm going to do some Twitch streaming or if I stream on Twitch already, and the answer at the time was no. So I'm thinking about just trying it out there and seeing what works and what doesn't. But otherwise, yeah, like I said, if you want to get a hold of me, please do so via Discord. That's the easiest way. I'm at my computer a lot, like almost all the time. Whether I'm on Marvel Strike Force or I'm playing other games that I like to play, get in touch with me there. That's the best place to do it, and I'm always available. So if you have any questions regarding the game, or if you just figure out that you have something you want to ask me later on, then feel free to get in touch with me there. But otherwise, I want to thank you guys for joining the live stream this weekend, and thanks for spending your time with me this Saturday. And of course, till next time, guys, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Boilon signing out. See you next weekend. Or on Wednesday or Thursday, if I see you on Twitch. Otherwise, I'll see you then.